the person would not win the election. So when you are saying he does not need to campaign, he will win the election, you are indirectly telling us that the aspirant is unpopular and so cannot win the election. So irony talks about opinions that are usually different or opposite to what they represent in the real sense. So it is an indirect way of putting up negative or positive expressions so that it will mean the opposite in the real sense. Onomatopoeia. This is when the sound of a word dictates or determines its meaning. Examples: the tick-tack of the clock. You discover that when you listen to the movement of the clock, the sound it makes is tick-tack. So the word tick-tack is derived from the sound the hands of the clock make. Ding-dong of a bell. The bell sounds like ding-dong. So the ding-dong is from the sound of the bell. Buzz of a fly. A fly buzzes. Then we have bang. Banging on the door or something else. Crunch. Crunch, to crunch something in the mouth. The sound it makes is like crunching. Then we have ease. To ease. It is the sound it makes. When you ease, you discover that the sound of easing sounds like the name that is given to it. Then zoom. To zoom off a car produces that kind of a sound. So onomatopoeia has to do with sounds of words. Sound, the way objects and other things sound, and then the name that is given to them. Parable is when brief stories which involves animate and inanimate objects are used to teach moral and religious lessons. We have so many parables in different cultures depending on their beliefs. Examples: the Good Samaritan. The Good Samaritan is an example of a biblical parable in the Bible, where we have the Good Samaritan that helped an injured traveler. So it is a parable which is derived from the Bible. Then we have the myth of tortoise. This is a cultural parable. Virtually all cultures have the myth of the tortoise being portrayed as a wise and cunning animal. So parable talks about stories, short stories that are meant to teach morals. Sarcasm. This is a figure of speech which, under disguise, express strong disapproval, and it is often aimed at snaring insults. So sarcasm expresses strong disapproval and tries to insult individuals. Examples: yes, you are the voice of the people. When you die, wisdom die with you. This is trying to tell somebody who is wise, who perceives himself to be wise, that of course you are the voice of the people, but when you die, your voice, your wisdom, everything that you possess will die with you. So this is a kind of disapproval, and then a means of insulting or trying to disagree with somebody who perceives himself or herself to be vocal or knowledgeable. So we have said the expression above indicates the praise of the addressee in the first statement, but depicts content in subsequent statements. So we have seen how sarcasm has been used in the expression to bring up content, to bring up disagreements or insults against the addressee. Euphemism. Euphemism is a means of presenting unpleasant or ugly situation in a mild or less negative manner to avoid being blunt or too direct. Mind you, euphemism is different from irony and some other figures of speech that look like it. Euphemism talks about presenting ugly or unpleasant situation in a very mild and less negative manner, so that you will not be offending or you will not be making the the error. You not be making the receiver of the words to be sad. So we have examples like he passed away. When you say he passed away, this is a mild way of saying somebody has died. Or when you say he kicked the bucket, it is a mild way of saying he died. Then she has been put in the family way. She has been put in the family way is a mild way of saying she has been impregnated. Instead of being blunt, you try to present it in a mild and more presentable manner. Pun. Pun means a play on words. Such word might have same sounds but different meanings. So it is a play on word. Pun has to do with play on words. Examples. The pastor prayed on the young lady. Our attention should be on prayed, which is spelled as P-R-E-Y-E-D. And you know what pray means. To pray on someone is to feed on someone. It is different from the usual pray that would be used for a pastor, which is P-R-A-Y-E-D. So we have said the pastor prayed on the young lady to mean that the pastor fed or abused the young lady. So it is different from when we say the pastor prayed, P-R-A-Y-E-D, which is the usual word that should be used in such context. So we are trying to play on the word pray, prayed, and prayed, which are of similar pronunciation but different meanings. So pun has to do with play on words that could have similar sounds but different meanings. Innuendo. Innuendo conveys negative information or comment without hurting the audience. Examples. He is very honest when it comes to issues that do not involve money. So the expression is trying to tell us that he is not honest with money matters. So if you read the sentence very well, you discover that the speaker is trying to talk about somebody who cannot be trusted when it comes to money. But you don't want to be direct, you don't want to be blunt. So you have said he is very honest when it comes to issues that do not involve money. Another example says, she is an obedient child when a reward is attached. So the other part of the sentence gives us a better understanding of what the child is. She is obedient, fine, but it is when it comes to reward, when the reward is attached to maybe the errand or the task that is given to her. So innuendo conveys negative information without hurting the audience. So anybody who listens to these expressions might not even take notice of the fact that they are trying to convey negative expressions. A positive idea or comment is passed by stating it in the negative form. So here you convey a positive idea in a negative form. It is usually expressed with the use of no or not, the words no or not. Examples. The clothes is not bad. When you want to say the clothes is bad, the clothes is beautiful. So we are trying to express positive information in a negative manner. So when you want to say the clothes is beautiful and you don't want to say it in a positive manner, you can say the clothes is not bad to mean the clothes is not beautiful. I am a lover of no football club. I am a lover of no football club in this context means you are not a fan of any football club. So no there is used as a negative marker to negate the expression. Repetition. Repetition is another figure of speech in which words or an expression are repeated for emphasis or artistic purposes. Examples. In the poem Africa by David Diop, Africa by David Diop, you will discover that Africa is repeated in so many stanzas. It starts the stanza. So Africa is emphasized for aesthetic and emphatic purposes in the poem. Also in Le Repeater's poem titled We Have Come Home, the word we have come home is repeated in stanza 1, stanza 2, 4, 5, and 6 for aesthetic purposes. Rhetorical question. Rhetorical questions are asked in the manner of making statements. They do not require answers. So rhetorical questions are asked, they are put in form of statements. They are questions that do not require answers. Examples: who does not like good things of life? Who else can give happiness but God? So all these questions do not require answers. They are called rhetorical questions. Illusion. This is a brief reference to an important personality by repeating what he or she said or did, or what they stand for and represent. Such illusion could be derived from Bible passages. Examples: when the accident occurred, a good Samaritan helped her. So a good Samaritan in the context is a biblical allusion, because the good Samaritan is from the Holy Book, which is called the Bible. Then I came, I saw, and I conquered. This expression is a popular statement made by General Napoleon of France. So it is now a very common expression that is used by people who have traveled somewhere, gathered experience, and come back to narrate their past experience in their journey, or somebody that has achieved, that has explored and is now retiring. You can say such, that I came, I saw, and I conquered. At times, some people use it for their late ones, that he came, he saw, and he conquered. So this is an illusion that is attributed to General Napoleon of France.